disengage in fights, that he would often just win the fights while the rest of his team would die. And he just put on a clinic with the Ember Spirit. So I think it's a very good hero. I didn't like it before I saw the EU qualifiers. And if you have the right players, I think it could work. And I think Boom ID is one of those teams. I think Boom ID, a very strong team. They're the only team that's still in MPGL that made it through, besides Execration, I think, that made it through to... Did Execration make it, actually? I'm not even sure. That made it through to the TI qualifier, regional qualifiers. Hold on.
I don't think Execration made it through.
Yeah, I think
I remember seeing that and being very confused.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Their own Boom ID was the only team, and I have sung Boom ID's praises, and a lot of that has to do with KezQ liking Streetlight Manifesto, which is one of my favorite bands, one of my and Slax's favorite bands. So I'll just say that, you know, there is that, but you're right, Execration didn't make it through. It was just Boom ID. Alpha Red actually made it through, but Alpha Red, of course, not in the tournament any longer. They got eliminated pretty early on. I was very surprised that Alpha Red made it through to the TI regional qualifiers. They didn't have a great showing, only 2 wins. Boom ID had 3. Boom ID was close. They were 1 game away, essentially, from making it through to the playoffs. But then you have to play up against Fnatic, Entity, TNC. One of the TNC, probably.
God.
Yeah, so.
TI, man. God damn. TI is such a weird time for everybody in the Dota scene.
Yep.
It's weird for me. It's weird for me as a player. I mean, I feel like for Caster it's probably the same too, where it's, you know, there's just this void that's coming for 2 months, this like huge Dota void. And it hits obviously a massive peak at TI, but then after that there's like another huge void. But
yeah,
it's more like that's rebuilding. But until TI for like players, it's like you're not considering. I mean, lucky for these guys that they get to play this. I'm honestly envious. But for players, it's like there's this 2 months where nobody's giving a shit about Dota. Nobody's trying to play. Nobody's trying to build teams. Nobody's scrimming. Nobody's practicing. Nobody's playing in tournaments. And it's just kind of like, oh my God, I'm so empty inside, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, what am I talking about? I haven't played pro in 6 months before the open qualifiers, but it was exhilarating, you know? It was fun. It was great.
You got that taste and now it's gone again.
Yeah. It was good. This is an interesting draft. I like the Invoker versus Medusa matchup. Invoker, even in the late game, is really good at burning the Medusa's mana pool.
Did you see really Thompson at all in the EU qualifiers? I know I've been talking about OG a lot, and for good reason, just because they look.
No, but I was paying too much attention to the American ones, but I was reading on Reddit about Thompson like carrying hard.
He was godlike. I talked about Anna a lot, and he was just as good. OG was just that much better than they lost 2 total games throughout the entire tournament, playoffs and group stages included. 1 game they lost because they forgot to ban Huskar, and they just got Huskar'd, and they didn't play poorly, they just got Huskar'd. The other game was the 1 game they played poorly, and they swapped up the roles where JRX was playing the Witch Doctor and No Tail was playing the Naga Siren. Every other game, they won in about 25 to 30 minutes, and they looked really good in doing so. And a lot of that was from Thompson, who played this mid-invoker that was Quaswex, and he absolutely dominated. It wasn't even close in a lot of the lanes. And the matchups usually were supposed to be favored for the other player, like it would be PL versus Invoker, and he would still destroy in those lanes.
How do you even do that?
Well, I think people, what we were talking about on the couch between Andy, Persian, Cinder, and I is that Quas regen, people forget how good it is when you get like 3 or 4 points. You get up to 3, you have the 3 Quas regen, and it's just insane. And he actually might be doing it too. He started out Quas, so there's a very good chance that he goes Quaswex here.
I definitely think so against the Medusa and Ember.
It's like, really strong.
Invoker counters both of those.
And he went like Phase Spirit Vessel for Invoker for Thompson.
That's cool. The only worry I have is like if you throw like a Shadow Fiend against like a Quaswex Invoker, I don't see how the Invoker does anything to SF unless you kill the SF or like completely fucking outskill the guy. Just because it's like the hero has such low damage. Look at his damage, 46 plus 2.
Yeah, but
it's so little. But
what'll happen is they'll get another null tally and then phase. It looks like he's just gonna get phased for the Invoker. I don't know if he actually needs the salve. If he can get Quas regen, I don't think it's
against Dusa. It's decent. Like the snake is pretty annoying. It's
not gonna ever be like, it's not like Alina where you're threatened to die or something.
Yeah, that is true.
Anyway, I do want to focus on the Invoker a lot because I do think it is very important, but I do also want to talk about the rest of Geek Fam's draft. It is the Bryant Sven. I think Sven's in a weird spot currently.
Yeah,
he
wait a
seems
minute.
mediocre.
What the? What?
What?
That's an offlane Sven? What?
No, it's they're doing aggro try, and then they're gonna have safe lane. Oh wait, they have a
Slark,
Slark.
yeah, but
all right, I'm
it's like-
confused.
It's like kind of an offlane Sven.
Yeah, it's
what?
an offlane Sven.
What? Who farms here? What items does he build? I'm so curious.
All right, boom ID
Holy
one. They
shit,
got 3
that
bounty
line.
runes. Game over. That's it. GG.
Yeah, but that is a first blood
Yeah,
trade for that.
I know. I'm being facetious.
No, I know. I'm just maybe if that's later, if that's not first blood, that's actually probably worth it. Do bounties own, but that definitely was not ownage.
Yeah, that sucks. That's pretty bad. I know getting the other bounty runes really important, but this is a free trip back home. And
oh, hey, you know why this is great to cast this for me? Because I'm switching to 5. I'm transitioning from an offlaner to a 5-role player actually.
Hey.
So I'm gonna pay close attention to this lion and who's the other 5? Winter Wyvern. Wow, these are boring 5s.
They're not that boring. I think Lion's
Or
pretty
maybe
fun.
Lion's not that boring. Lion's not that boring.
Winter
He died
Wyvern is
already,
absolutely pretty boring.
So. Winter Wyvern is so boring.
All right, this invoker has 3 CS already. Also, yeah, this is what I was going to talk about. You use Tornado to CS range creeps. It's really important for Chuan, and he just did it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I can understand
The
that.
mana
So what does it
cost
do
is
at
not that
level
bad for just 1 tornado.
70 plus, so it's okay. So it's 70 plus 45 damage. So yeah, that's decent. Okay, I can see that. So you use that to get the range creep CS.
Dude, he's 72.
That's
on godlike. Chuan's been watching some Thompson. All right, I missed a kill onto the Slark.
you and I are so focused on this invoker.
Dude, it's hard not to be. You have a Quaspex invoker.
I'm interested in I'm interested in it because like you said, he's trying to tornado both the Medusa and the range creep.
Yeah.
For the last hit, and that's like something I've never seen
and
before.
Remember, this is a Quaspex invoker. EMP is going to be critical, and like this juice is gonna always lose her mana in team fights. I'm pretty sure. It's
crazy how like one single like change of how to play a hero in the lane makes the hero so much better. Like remember when people started using? Look at that. This guy wanted for double last hit and got the Medusa. Dude, that's sick. Actually, I really like that.
Yeah, Chuan knows what he's doing. You know, he has played this before. Awesome. I bet he's an invoker spammer, and he's probably played a lot of different. Like the thing about Thompson is that he plays these weird heroes, but and this is what we talked about, because he's plays so many pubs and so many of these matchups that he probably has so much information about a lot of this stuff. Like he plays so many games as these invokers, and I think Chuan's the same way. FBZ getting dove bottom. Bryant has no stuns, so he's fine.
Ooh, he's tanking a couple tower hits.
So Sven's not getting the moat. He has 1 CS. It's the Phoenix that is actually getting the CS. This is support Sven. Okay.
All right.
Not sure how to feel about that.
I think that's better than offlane Sven, that's for sure. So that's a tri-lane around a Phoenix. That's a very strange concept. I think I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Kind of a terrible hero between level 1 and 3. So, although did they change him? Oh, he's a lot better at level 1 now because of the fire spirits got doubled in damage. Yeah.
Finally. Felt pretty useless for a while.
That's decent.
Ooh, Ollie. Ooh, almost denied, but the Astral Spirit did hit. He couldn't get the aggro because he was flying, I believe, so he couldn't actually get the aggro from the Satyr. Otherwise, he would have died there.
When you're against an Elder Titan, you need to block this camp. You for sure, because what Elder Titan wants to do is like stack the camp and run it through all of these creeps, and then the lane creeps, and then hit you for 150.
FBZ getting run at, but they don't have the damage. Now they're going to find March. That's an offlaner dying to a line, potentially. Yeah, actually, a stick charges. Maybe not. They're going to turn on KezQ. They have the Mango. He has the Stormhammer. That's a big kill. They don't quite get FBZ, but they're going to push him back, and he's going to tango up. He needs to send out a salve, but the courier's really far away, so he's just got to sit in lane and try not to die, essentially.
Yeah, that's a rough life for him. What does he do here?
What was I going to say?
Lion brings him a salve. That's what happens.
Yeah. Cool. Speaking of the Elder Titan, we've seen... I'm going to go back to the European qualifiers again, but this triangle camp towards the secret shop, we also see that getting stacked up, and then the Elder Titan backs up and Astrals, and then brings the Astral to him in lane, like where he is right now. And he gets some damage.
Good. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, well, he's already doing like the 200, so it's fine. He actually just smacked him down.
He's so fast, too. The hero runs so quickly.
Yep. Astral's pretty great for that.
Even though Tide is not that great of a dual laner, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's actually okay. Like, Gush actually does a good amount of damage now. 100, well, it always has, but 110 damage for 90 mana isn't that bad at level 1.
Faded has to leap away. There's the Gush. He might be in trouble, actually.
Oh, he's actually going to die
Yeah,
here.
I think he's just dead. He has Dark Pact, but I don't think that saves him.
Ooh,
Yokum missed an auto attack. He's going to live. He's going to salve up. He cancels it, though, which is really good. Gush is back up in 1. SU dies, but whatever. Pounce up in 5. Astral's going to sail through. They do have Stomp, but doesn't have enough mana for it. Leap away right now. And he's going to get the bounty rune. He's going to get both of them.
God.
He's going to get both of them. All right, Faded. Even if you die here, Faded, it might be where... I think he actually just lives. Nah, Gush, Dark Pact.
Oh,
now he's dead.
Oh my god.
He's still got both bounty runes. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, they're rotating on Fervy in mid. He doesn't get the mana show off? Yes, he does, but they... No, he didn't. But Cold Snap comes out. His mana's gone.
Very easily.
He's dead, I think. Tornado, it almost missed, but now he will certainly die. Good Fairy Fire. It doesn't really matter, though. That's a big kill for the Invoker Chuan. And he's going to earn, as expected. I'm surprised he didn't get the double null tally.
Destroying this lane. He's completely destroying this lane.
Yeah,
see, that's
32,
the fucking amazing thing about Dota is that I was convinced that, well, obviously Invoker beats Medusa because of the
EMP
and Tornado combo. Yeah. So eventually, but this early? I mean, I didn't think that. I didn't think it was this bad, but just the fact that he's kind of changed up. Remember when people started using Alacrity in lane, and then Invoker was like considered imbalanced, and then they nerfed him like 20 times in a row, and he was still considered imbalanced because people had realized how to play the hero. People stopped going for that stupid Yule shit. People stopped going for Blink. People rushed Ags. Like there were all these changes for the negative on Invoker, where people started playing it differently. That was actually better than how people played it in the first place. That's the beautiful thing about this hero. Is that no matter what, there's always stuff that you can do that nobody's doing. That can make the hero better.
That was close. Stomp's so good. Yokum is going to find Faded, who was trying to get back in. FBZ is now dead. Boom ID are having kind of a rough early game. And I think they might be dead with FBZ's going to take down to the Fire Spirits. Absolutely will. It's 5-5. The kill score is about even, but there is a 1k advantage, a lot of which is coming from this Invoker in the mid lane, I would assume. And even the Phoenix is top net worth right now. He's going to head for Midas, which will take a little bit to get to. But
oh, he's actually going for the Midas.
Yeah.
A lot of people going for Midas right now, I see. It's a cooldown on it, 90 seconds now?
It got buffed, didn't it? Yeah.
So 10 seconds less than...
Yeah, you're right. It's 90 seconds now, which is nice.
I mean, I guess if you go the 90 GPM on Phoenix and also the Hand of Midas, like you could get pretty damn farmed pretty damn quickly, couldn't you?
Yeah. So
90 gold per minute is a lot.
Invoker's going Midas too? No way. He's not going Spirit Vessel? I guess because the Phoenix is getting Midas, they're thinking we can't play as fast-paced as we would have liked to, like OG does, for example. It's going to have to be more of a, we'll sit back, we'll get our levels. But I don't know about getting Midas like Quaspex Invoker, though. It seems weird.
I think in this game, though, they're okay with going late, just considering the matchups between their heroes. Like, Invoker's great against Ember and Medusa. Slark is great against Tidehunter. Phoenix is great in the late game because the egg is just broken.
Irvian is super dead. Although, I think this egg is too. Yeah, they still get 2 kills out of it. Tide's rotating in. He has Ravage. Tide cancels his TP for some reason. I thought he could have... It was going to take too long. It's probably a good thing he canceled it, actually.
Yeah. He's got a huge wave pushing into him, too.
So they did lose the Phoenix there. They probably didn't need to. He just took a lot of damage when he dove in.
Ooh, Invoker's got the Elder Titan for
Tornado is probably back up, but he has to wait 2 seconds to invoke it. He'll Ghost Walk and hit the Tornado. Juan making some nice plays. He's actually going to go for the Midas. Okay. But I think that's fine, I guess. It's just, I don't know. I'm so used to seeing Thompson just go aggro. Just like as soon as he gets that Spirit Vessel, he just owns people, but that's not going to happen.
I can kind of understand it. Like you're playing against a team that wants to fight into you, and if you want to like 5-man into them to end the game, you're 5-manning into like a Ravage Dusa, Ult, Elder Titan, Earth Splitter, and Ember Spirit, right? Like it's hard to 5-man into this, so ending out the game is hard, but they're okay with going into the late game versus these heroes with their heroes. Like they have all the counters. I think they're actually okay with playing this one late, despite being against traditionally what would be great late game heroes, just because they have the counters.
Yeah.
They have really, really good heroes for going late, I think. So.
And we'll see if they can get to that point and not give too much away to Boom ID. Like, FBZ is getting kind of owned. Medusa's getting kind of owned. The person that's really getting owned the most is this Faded Slark, though. And I'm a bit worried about this. This isn't like It's not like you're getting farm on another carry like Mirana or something along those lines. Invoker and Phoenix, both pretty good. They can do some serious damage, but when BKBs come out, things are going to start to become an issue. And I'm afraid that the Slark is not going to get, you know, any of his items early enough to actually be involved in these fights. And that he won't be able to snowball.
I guess that's an argument against the Midas. So
Right.
that way, like, if they build into these non-Midas items, they can make more space for the Slark to come online and actually be a problem.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly where my head was at. So that makes me a little concerned.
100% logical. Do you see what he's doing on the Slark? This is like a very common trend now that people do. Like if you're losing the game on Slark, you just run around with sentries. People just like hold sentries now on Slark and deward themselves. I mean, why not? I mean, the wards give you literally more gold than the sentries cost, so
Yep.
you should do it. Like it improves your farm.
Well, and you're not the one, and sometimes you're not even the one buying them. You know, your supports are buying them for you, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case in this instance.
It is actually.
Yeah, Ollie bought it on the Winter Wyvern, who just died elsewhere, but
cool. That's cool. I like that. That makes a lot of sense that Slarks are doing that now. That I'm just cluing into the fact that that's not just like a game, kind of like a stylistic change where people are like, oh, let's do this now. This is good. It's literally because wards give so much gold now for killing them that it's going to increase his farming speed by getting these sentries, especially if Ollie buys them.
Oh, Fervian does take a lot of damage with the cold snap from the earned ticks, but it's not going to kill him.
God, he's getting annihilated.
Yeah, that's not even that much mana expended. It's more of a cooldown issue for Invoker than anything else, which eventually will be not a problem with that.
Well, he gets all the mana back anyway from the EMP, so.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that.
It's 0 mana. It's free.
You always forget. God, just so much shit on Invoker that you forget about.
I know, dude. It's honestly just such a complicated.
Like Purge was talking about. They were talking about what part of Tornado is what, and what part of Deafening Blast is what. Like, what's the stun duration, or what's the pushback, what's the disarm duration, and they all know that stuff. And I'm just like, nope. I barely know anything about Invoker. I'm not an Invoker player. I tried playing Invoker.
What specifics did they know? Like, what
Kevin knew which part of it was the disarm and which part of it was the knockback, how it scaled. And I don't even think like Andy or Cinder knew that.
Oh, you mean the Quas Waxor Exhort?
I'm talking about Deafening Blast.
Yeah, but he knew that like Quas was the knockback.
Exactly.
And then the disarm is Wex.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the Exhort is damage. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I think I kind of know those ones. I actually played Invoker for a while, but when I was a mid player, but God, I was trash. I was like 44% win rate over like 100 and something games.
It's a tough hero. Even when it was good, it's tough to play well.
It's so hard, yeah.
He is going Spirit Vessel now. He just stopped off on Midas. I'm fine with this. I do think this Phoenix is doing really well. He is getting quite close to getting, Radiance. There's the
nice stun dodge.
Yeah, that was the disjoint from FBZ. Tornado EMP is going to hit onto 2. And Lucas has no mana left, although he has Arcanes in 3. Bryant is still dead. He could turn Stormhammer, but he'll probably die anyway. Yeah, they zap him with the finger. Probably not needed, but...
finger I've ever seen.
Yeah,
that's
really.
Finger's long range.
It is a very long range. People forget about it a lot of the time.
Goodness gracious. He just points at you. It's like, you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, I guess.
Clark has gotten some room to get back into it. In fact, he's only a little behind this Ember Spirit now, which Ember will start really exceeding expectations once he gets these boots of travel, though. So, and then Medusa's just been farming, trying to get to Mask of Madness and accelerate her farm. So,
God, man, this Medusa's gonna have such a rough game. Like when you pick up the Mask of Madness, that armor reduction is going to get her killed by this, like from this Invoker for sure. It's such a hard game for this Medusa, actually. Needs so many items to really come online in this game. Like, honestly, a BKB, and then you can finally fight.
Yeah, because you're going to lose your mana otherwise in every fight. I'm pretty sure if you're Chuan, your main job is to Tornado EMP the Medusa. Getting anybody else is nice.
Or the Tide.
Yeah, I mean, Tide would be good, too. I was thinking more, like... I guess early in the game, Tide is probably better because you don't need to focus the Medusa because he doesn't really do any damage. Like... not that big of a factor.
Honestly, like, if you can Tornado EMP, like, Medusa plus any one hero, it's going to be really good.
Oh, he actually died in the well. I didn't think he was going to. Fire Spirit's Ownage.
Hey, you know what the great thing for Phoenix is about him dying in well? He gets solo XP for that, as if it was a solo kill. So Phoenix is just huge now. Oh my god, he's going Radiance. Look, he's actually close to the Radiance.
I know, I was just saying. Because he has the GPM talent plus Midas.
Yeah, that's insane.
So he's getting 200 gold plus the 90 per minute that he gets just casually, plus that he CS. So what's his GPM at? Let's see, 458. That's with him not getting many CS.
He's the highest farmed.
FBZ has Remnant, but it's not that far away. They might see him, actually. Tide's here, though, with Ravage.
Oh,
they need a tornado.
I would be real careful.
Tornado MP. That was a really good tornado. That was really good. He got the Ravage off anyway, but they still have Supernova, and they're going to use it here in a moment, I would assume. Ulti comes out. I think the Supernova is dead. Fervian just came in and owned, and actually they kind of threw that fight away. Wondrous Curse is going to come out, but it's on a on an Elder Titan, so it's not going to matter.
The Lion. Oh, the Lion is beating the hell out of his Elder Titan.
Man, that was an awful fight, actually, for Geek fam.
Definitely an awful fight. That was a nice Ravage by Tide, understanding that
EMP was coming out.
Yeah, exactly. That was real nice.
Like, that was even with the Stomp canceled onto Yokum, and they still were able to win the fight.
That's just like fighting into a Tide Hunter in a nutshell, though. You just can't. You just really can't. At least with these heroes. It is space for Slark, though. Like, Slark is creeping up that net worth chart. He's got a full Shadow Blade coming out.
But you see my worry about these team fights, though, for Geek. If the fight is going that badly already, I don't know. It's just like, that was just Dusa with Mask of Madness.
Because I really think that going late, I'm favoring the Geek fam lineup. They just need, like, in order to fight into a Tide, you basically need to, like, take split fights until there's BKBs, and then you can fight. Like, most lineups literally just cannot fight into Tide, period. And I think this is one of them. There's no difference here.
Man, Faded has got back into this game, though. He is a full Shadow Blade. He's now 3rd in net worth.
It was space. It was all space for him.
I guess so. I did not think he was going to be able to find this farm, and he certainly is.
Slark actually farms pretty fast with that Dark Pact. Surprisingly fast.
And then Radiance is close for Phoenix. More importantly, his level 2 ultimate is going to be very soon to be done.
Oh, he needs that so badly. Like, he's getting annihilated in these fights. 3 extra attacks is a big deal.
There's also the Spirit Vessel for the Invoker, which would be a crucial implemented item, which could find them some kills. Ags will be the next choice, as expected.
Spirit Vessel just does so much damn damage, man. Like, you can solo kill so many heroes that you otherwise couldn't. Like with Pudge, I've been like solo killing just really tanky heroes with the Spirit Vessel, just because it tears through their HP, giant HP pools. Doesn't matter. Percentage based stuff, baby. That shit owns.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. They did change it to magical damage, though, did they not? I think it used to be like HP reduction.
Yeah, it's magic damage, but like it was like the damage has been reflected to or changed to basically do the same amount. It just considers resistances now. Yep. That's all. So it does the same amount, and it can be amplified now by Veil or something like that as well. So it's not that bad.
Juan is Ghost Walked looking for Fervian. Fervian has a Force Staff, so even if he does go on him, it's going to be tricky. He has to set up the EMP in such a way that he won't get forced away.
Oh, that's a nice pickup. I'm really glad he actually went for this item. He had like a Dragon Lance and then some other item in his quick buy, but I think the Force Staff is really good. He absolutely needs this if he wants to be able to fight.
Fervian needs to run.
Fervian's actually level 14. He's been farming up a storm.
Yeah, he's in a really good spot. They're TPing in. They should have Ravage. The EMP's going to come out. Will he force himself away? He will.
Nice force.
And that misses the mana drain. And now Sven is caught out and just probably dead, actually. That's a very good Force Staff pickup. That actually just makes this game so much easier for Boom ID to take fights.
I honestly, I just wasn't considering how good of a pickup that is this game. That's for sure going to save him from a lot of this.
I don't want to keep coming back to it, but Spirit Vessel comes out instead of the Midas. That Force Staff's not there yet. He gets that kill, probably. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know that for sure. I don't want to keep harping on it too much.
Double damage. I got a double damage.
They can try to find Fervian down in the jungle. They have a ward that spots him right now. They would like to kill him.
This is for sure a kill.
Well, he has his force back up again, and he's going to get under the tower, it looks like.
Oh, man.
They're probably going to try anyway.
Oh, they go for it for sure.
Oh, they saw him.
Get him. No, he's real ballsy, though. Definitely real ballsy.
Fervian walks up, like, at the edge of that tower. Oh, they're backing up, though. Because look at Radiant. They're smoking in.
Yeah, he's baiting.
Oh, Ollie wants to come back in. Smoke's broken. They found Faded. Clark is mega dead. Radiant are stabilizing this game. I know they're still down in terms of net worth overall, but that's going to change. If they win a few more fights and Fervian gets more room, he'll be come and monster on this Medusa, and it's still early, so they almost have pipe 2 on Tidehunter, which means it gets even easier for them.
Yeah, they're going to be able to 5-man into all these towers. There's like this interesting thing about Medusa where she is really, really good in the late game, obviously. One of the best late game heroes in Dota, but she also kind of has an early timing with just being really, really tanky and like 5-manning towers. A lot of people would pick Medusa into anti-mage, even though that sounds ridiculous because Medusa just has an earlier timing than an anti-mage.
Yep.
But as I say that, they're fighting right into this. That is a Ravage you are fighting into, people.
They have EMP. They have to force it, though. Ravage comes out. That's a triple Ravage, and it's going to be 1 dead already in Ollie. And Chuan has to use the Deafening Blast. Good Supernova, though. They're going to try to take it down, and boy, they might be able to. Fervian getting run at here. The Supernova will complete, and they're going to find 2, if not 3. Dream Luca's in trouble. Chuan stays in. The Earth Splitter misses onto Chuan. They take down 4, almost 5. FBZ's TP finally completes. Great fight from Geek fam. Even with the 3-man Ravage, most of them survive. Really, the only one that died is the Winter Wyvern. I don't think he gives a shit. How did that fight turn so well for Geek fam there? What an incredible turn in that engagement.
I guess the Radiance just did so much damage.
Yeah, it was Supernova Radiance. 2,800 damage for the Phoenix.
Oh my god.
Compared to 1,700 for the Slark.
2,800.
Yeah.
What on earth? Yeah, that's just fighting around a great timing. Knowing that they felt like, you know, we have a Tidehunter, we have a Medusa, let's push this early game timing. And they're like, okay, well, we have a Radiance and a level 2 Phoenix Egg. Let's go. And they fought. And they won. That was also just really well played by them. Like, the Phoenix got the Fire Spirits on everybody, so nobody could turn. Like, a couple of people tried to turn and hit the egg, but then they realized they couldn't, and they tried to run, but then it was too late. They died. Like the lion did that. He just died almost immediately to the Radiance and Supernova damage, and then also the Fire Spirits. Like, so much damage.
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
Invoker's going for an Aghanim Scepter instead of an Orchid. Is Slark going for an Orchid? No, no Orchids. They don't care about Orchid. All right.
I've seen. I don't know if when Thompson plays this, he does the same thing that Invoker does without the Midas, like Spirit Vessel Ags. So sometimes he did Meteor Hammer in the past when he played Invoker in like pubs and stuff like that, but not a thing this game.
It makes sense because at this point you can really transition into that like late game Quas Exhort Invoker, and you may as well. That's just like. I mean, you obviously always need an Aghanim Scepter at some point. So, and since he's got these points in Exhort, he may as well go for it.
Yeah, I agree.
People used to max out Quas, but then it's just like, what's the point, you know? Especially since they changed it, so there's no stats. Like the way it works is you get all. He has no talents. Like he's gone for no talents because they kind of suck on Invoker. He's just going for the orbs, and you can do that now. Couldn't do that before.
Yeah.
Because there's no talents, just stats. But now it's like you get those orbs way quicker, lower level.
Oh, remember they added the level 10 talent, the plus 1.25 second tornado lift time for Invoker as well. He's not going for.
I don't like that.
Yet,
that is like, oh man, I don't know. I guess I haven't seen it in action, but I really feel like it screws up your combos.
Yeah, probably. That's what I was thinking too.
Maybe. I mean, if you get the minus 16 seconds tornado cast time, and then you go for the tornado lift time. Oh, he's skilling a talent right now. Okay, he went for the Chaos Meteor damage, just like everybody else does.
That's fine. A lot of damage to bypass.
30 Chaos Meteor contact damage. That really doesn't seem like a lot, though. 30?
I don't know. Kind of does.
It's 30. It's just like the other talent screws you up, so it's like you have to go for it, right?
I guess so. I don't know. I've seen Invokers with the talents do pretty well still. I know it does screw some people up, but
the 1.25 second thing.
Yeah, I've seen people in pubs still have the combo do okay for the most part.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sure there's something insane you can do with that. I mean, what does that put it up to? It's like a 4.5 second disable or something like that with Ags.
All
right.
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
If you have max Wex.
4 point
or Quas, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely seems okay. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Both of the talents seem kind of useless. Maybe somebody will prove me wrong on that one.
I always forget about the one extra level of stats the Aghanim Scepter provides, or Wex.
Yeah, it's
Wex
nice.
Exhort levels.
It's really nice. It's weird. It's kind of random, but it's really nice. Oh man, you know what's crazy on Invoker? The Cataclysm. That shit's so good.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
With Phoenix Egg too, like if they can do that on top of Phoenix Egg, that'll be so strong.
They did nerf
I always
it.
forget about that.
They did nerf it.
Was it nerfed though? Like they've changed it. They've kind of changed it.
I thought they changed it in the sense that the it was more spread apart, so that
yeah, it's less spread now. So it's like if somebody doesn't move, it's more likely to hit them twice.
I don't know.
It feels better. It feels better right now. Like it feels like they're everywhere when you get cataclysmed. Such an interesting thing. Like gives Invoker kind of an ultimate.
Wow, that was a really cool play. They scanned. They saw that they were scanned. Elder Titan used his spirit and saw that they were going in. It's still a tough fight anyway. There's the Ravage coming in.
There's a Ravage.
And they want to find this Invoker. They might get him. Winter's Curse comes out. Sunray heal. It's got to be close. Schwann's dead. Brian's probably dead too. Supernova's not going to do enough. He's in a really good spot, but they don't have any damage.
It's such a good spot.
I don't know where the Slark is either. He's fighting and he's killing Fervian, which is nice. Can he turn this around on his own, though? Sunray going into Yokum, Fire Spirits. I think Yokum's dead to Fire Spirits. Faded is going to dive. He is going to get hexed up. He needs to be careful. Earthspike comes in, and that's the finger.
God.
And they blow him up.
Oh, and that is just why Lion counters Slark right there, in a nutshell.
And they're going to get it all 5. That was great Ravage. They need BKBs, I think. Yeah, they're buying them on Invoker.
And they need Slark to be there while the Supernova is going off. That was
That's 3,000 gold, 1,500 of which went to the Ember Spirit. My God, his Assault Cuirass or Mjolnir is building.
Mjolnir.
I think he has something else flying out too. Yeah, BKB, full BKB.
He's got a full BKB.
Yeah.
That's pretty important. That's pretty important against like 4 magical damage heroes.
And like you just need that BKB, Mjolnir, bots, and you're pretty much set, I think, for the most part. Do a lot of damage already as it is.
This Maelstrom change was such a huge buff to Ember. It's unbelievable. It just does so much damage.
Pretty good.
Look at that damage. Good God.
Gonna get better.
It feels like he has like 6 items.
Exactly. What I mean.
I've never seen anybody go for the True Strike talent on Ember Spirit.
They used to, didn't they? If you went like the right click build, they used to.
Oh yeah, for right click build for sure. But
it's been a while otherwise.
It's been a while. People go for this. This is a pretty common build. Slark is gonna go in Ember. Oh no, he's not. He doesn't care. What was the second talent?
He didn't have any remnants. Oh my God, he didn't actually have any remnants. Oh, he could have gone. It's tilting. Although he would have just BKB'd probably and ran.
Oh yeah, he'd be fine. Invoker went for the 12-second cold snap cooldown reduction, which is interesting.
Pretty good.
So that makes it like 2-second downtime, I believe, and then 0 downtime if he gets an Octarine core. Which is pretty cool.
It's like a 3-second-ish downtime, but yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good.
No, it's pretty good for sure.
It's Tide building. Building into a mech, so Guardian Greaves.
Did he have that blink?
Typical items. Sorry?
Did he have that blink in the last fight for Tide Hunter?
I don't think so. I don't think so. He just was standing in the tower and they dove or they tried to get through. Elder Titan revealing the smoke like they're prepared for it. Well, if this Wyvern could get some items, it would definitely be good. This is like actually a really, really good late game hero. I feel like this curse hasn't been effective at all. Like, I haven't seen a single Winter's Curse that's been... But he just can't get in. Like, he can't get... He's getting Ravaged. There's like an Ember jumping around. There's Elder Titan stomps. Like, I don't blame him for not getting off good Winter's Curses, but if he can get a Glimmer, and he can like Glimmer in, or even just Glimmer to save his team, like, it'll be a lot more useful in these fights. Yeah. Blink obviously would be ideal, but... So he's actually farming on the mid lane a bit, so he's getting a little bit of farm. He definitely needs it. He's got the 90 GPM talent too, finally now, as well, so he'll get some items up, thank God, for his sake. Helm Dome on Tide. Gives you so much regen. Between the Helm Dome and the Pipe, it's like, on strength heroes, it's like ridiculous how much regen you get.
And the
Regen's honestly broken.
The move speed of this creep is insane, and they just clear the freaking creep wave with it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
both teams like so defensive right now.
Yeah, exactly. They have a 7k lead. They're just waiting for the next items. Medusa finishes her Scotty before the Slark does, but the Slark already has like Shadowblade Lincolns. His Scotty's not that far away from completion anyway. I'm surprised the Slark's not building a BKB himself, and the Invoker decided not to go it either, which I think is really weird. I guess he's thinking if I can hex up the Tide, maybe, but I don't know.
Sheepstick, I guess for Ember, for Tide, if they can.
The thing, I mean, it'll just Kraken Shell.
I don't think you can purge the Kraken Shell. Like, the Kraken Shell does not purge.
Right.
Oh, that is a big Ravage.
That is a very big Ravage. Hits onto 3. They're going to, or more than that, actually. They've already killed 2. They can buyback if they want to on the Phoenix. I don't think they're going to, though. I think they need to back up here.
Do they? Slark is an Arcane. He looks like he kind of wants to go, but no, they're not gonna go for it.
Great fight, though.
Oh, are they gonna go for it? There's no Ravage. Maybe this is when they use the buybacks.
They're thinking about it.
Yeah, it looks like they are gonna go.
Baited kind of walked into the Sentry. There's the buyback to pounce in as well. He does have a Hurricane Pike that he needs to use. They jump in. That's a good stun. Meatball coming out, but they're really low. Baited survives, but he does get off his ultimate as well. The Supernova might win them the fight. Furbian getting low, trying to man-fuck the egg, but it's not enough, and he's going to die to Sunray. March gets a double kill, triple kill with the Sunray and the Radiance Burn. Meantime, they do get the Sven, but now Dream Lucas gets Tornado. The TP gets canceled. He will almost certainly die. Baited and Cold Snap coming out. Ultra kill for March. He won't get the Rampage as the fight is segregated, and it's going to be all 5 dead here for Boom ID. And that was a fantastic engagement for Geek Fam and the perfect buybacks as well.
Yeah, I like that play a lot. They're struggling so much with this Ravage, so why not just say fuck it, use the buybacks and take a fight without it? That's a really heads-up play from them. It cost them, but they basically regained everything that they lost from that fight, and then plus Roshan. So that's a solid play. Slark with the Essence Shift. It's so easy to take this Rosh super quickly.
He's alacritied up, and they have Sunray. He'll be fine. It's an easy roast. There's no way they can contest this. It's gonna be a free
with Aegis, it's like things are a lot different. Although the thing is now March and Ollie do not have their buybacks. With Ollie, it's no big deal. He's level 13. March, double his level almost, is going to take a lot more time to respawn, because you also have to consider that it added the time from his previous death to that timer, which is also going to be longer. So it's going to be like way longer than Ollie's. So if March dies, it's very, very dangerous. And obviously, given that he's a Phoenix, I think focusing him is innately a good idea as well. So I think if this line can get a hex on March in this next fight, it's gonna be pretty bad for Geek Fam. But presumably March is gonna be well aware of this, and he's gonna be very, very careful. He's going for a Lotus Orb.
He has the Supernova Stun Duration talent instead of the Icarus Dive one.
I really hate that Icarus Dive talent. It's like it makes it so you can't hit Icarus Dive on people, because it makes the dive like way larger. It's so hard to position with that because it's like, it's not like you choose to make it longer or something like that. It just is guaranteed longer. So like if you want to, it's different. It's much harder to hit. Like it's way harder to be precise with it with the longer one, because it's this like weird arc, but the arc just gets made larger.
Right.
March, you gotta be careful, dude. Oh, it's just an Ember.
He is not afraid of anything. He's trying to go Lotus Orb for Phoenix. He actually, nope, he's building Nags. Just kidding. Faded, meantime, gets hexed up, and now Cascutes is mega dead. And
so 13 attacks to kill this egg. That's a lot. That's a lot of attacks.
I think if he gets Fire Spirits off and they make sure the fight, if they get off a good like Tornado or something, they can probably keep him alive forever. And now he has the Aghanim Scepter as well, which means they have the rebirth of a hero.
I feel like they don't even need to worry about the egg dying, because they have the Winter's Curse. So if they're all hitting egg, then just why don't you just curse somebody who's hitting the egg, you know?
Like Ravage, here we go. Earth Splitter. They've got the egg save, though. They're going to try to take it down the Winter's Curse. It's just Fervian. He's not going to be able to do it in time, I don't believe. They get off the stun. Tornado, EMP, Ice Wall combination. They'll lose the line. Ravage is done. They already bought back on the line, and now he's dead again. Good stomp onto 3, though. They're going to disengage. Faded was looking for the back line. Instead, he'll have to go for the front line, looking for Lucas. The tether is still there from the Pounce Leash. The damage is going to come out. Faded as Aegis. He's going to pop the Shadow Dance. Here comes the ultimate, though, from Fervian. They're going to jump back in. FBZ, Sledifus, Searing Chains. Fervian gets the double kill. They're going to keep chasing here. Faded in trouble. That might be the Aegis. They have a Shadow Blade. There's no detection. That should have been the Aegis gone for the Slark, but he will get out with just enough HP to survive. Oh, Geek fam. They did well in the beginning of that fight, but they turned it around for Boom ID, and they had a great comeback of a fight there between Fervian and FBZ.
God, what a fight from both teams, actually. Just like pixel perfect moves. I don't know. I mean, the Phoenix, like the save on Invoker, that was so goddamn clutch, and just the perfect egg, and then the Witcher's Curse right on top to stop from the. It's just like a perfectly executed team fight. The thing is, Boom ID like turned around, and they also executed that perfectly. I mean, the Medusa the whole time was sitting there hitting. I think the issue is there, like, and I mean, this kind of sucks because obviously it's in retrospect, and it's very easy to see this as like somebody who's watching it, you know, after the fact, and I'm sure they're thinking about this too. But the Invoker needs to get an EMP off on the Medusa. Otherwise, like, the Medusa does way too much of the fights. Like we saw there, that was such a beautiful fight from Geek Fam. And it didn't even matter because the Medusa was just sitting there hitting the whole time, basically acting like this super tower. And she just kills all of them after they use all of their abilities, even though it was perfectly, and even the way it was lined up, like with the Sun Ray and then the Ice Wall and the Meteor along the Sun Ray, like it was beautiful. But it doesn't matter because the Medusa was just sitting there like, yeah, no, I'm in the back. No, you didn't hit me with anything. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go, guys. So I think just like it's an issue that the Invoker is the one that's being saved. That's the problem. The Invoker needs to start the fights or be available to stop that Medusa from just hitting. You know what I mean? Because the Slark can't go on her because she'll just ulti him. Yeah. So really, really, it needs to be the Invoker to go on the Medusa, and I think he realizes that.
There's the Hex on FBZ. He does have his BKB. Can he get it off in time? He can. He's going to stay alive. He's going to remnant it away and get out safely. The Sunstrike, he doesn't walk into it, and they might need to save Faded. Icarus Dive. Supernova was available. He didn't go for it, though. They don't want to disengage now in this dire team. They're going to be able to. And I thought they might have been able to get FBZ there, but he's able to back up just in time. This Slark did not have enough Essence Shift stacks, did not do enough damage in time.
I would go kill this top tier 1 if I was Dire right now, because that is a tower that is protecting Roshan. They have the Aegis.
Ravage is up. They're going to go for this fight. They did use Dusa ulti and BKB for FBZ. I don't think he cares, though.
So there is an egg. They are fighting. Although the Phoenix is showing mid.
Aegis is down.
The Phoenix mid, but he does have Rune of Haste.
This is a very important fight here. Even if they could just find, like, the Slark or whoever. But I don't know if they're going to find one.
They're all together, though. They're all together. Do you really want to fight onto the Shrine of Geek Fam?
I don't know. With a good enough Ravage, you can fight anywhere, I think.
They know they seem to know it's happening.
They found Ollie. They might leave him. They missed him.
Winter Boy.
They see him again. Here comes Faded. They have a ward. He's going to walk into the sentry. Ravage comes in, hits 3. Lincoln's broken. Faded in trouble. Shadow Dance comes out. They'll try turning. They Icarus dive, but no Supernova. Bryant jumping in, doing some damage. Earth spiked immediately. March coming through with the Shiva's Guard. He's got the Supernova. He has to pop it now. They'll take down the Tidehunter. It's tied for Sven so far. Ollie in trouble. Good deafening blast. But Fervian, no, he doesn't get it off in time. Fervian was one hit away, and somehow they did not break the egg. And March will go to work with the help of Faded and Alacrity, giving Faded the triple kill. 1 tick away from getting that kill onto the egg, but he somehow survives. Hey, that's a lot of essence shifts. You're right, my friend.
That's a lot of agility.
64. He has the 122nd essence shift duration. He is hitting it very hard. Rapier
literally
damage.
that 1 hit on the egg. That is the only thing that won Geek Fam that fight. That is how close that fight was. What a fucking amazing Ravage from this Tidehunter. That was so good. It even hit the Invoker in the back line. So it was a 4-man Ravage. And just that 1 hit. The fact that if the Invoker doesn't hit that Deafening Blast on 2, that egg dies. If Medusa hits a fraction of a second quicker, that egg dies. Like, it's unfathomable.
They're going to lose Rax here.
How close that fight was. Yeah, they have no buyback on Medusa.
I think. I don't know if Faded wants to stay. Good Earth Spike. He is going to get Sun Raid. FBC would like to kill him, but I don't think he would.
Faded.
Dude, that Essence Shift is going to work with the Alacrity, or it's not even fair. He took down this ranged Rax within, like, a second.
I would go for this. Yeah, it's easy.
Like, good Sphere. Good Stomp, but he Dark Packs it.
Ooh, don't leave your Invoker.
Quan
Don't
is
leave your Invoker.
so dead.
They got Glimmers.
They ditched him so hard.
Winter's Curse. Oh, poor Chuan.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's a bit of a miscalculation there, I think, where they're like, they thought they were fine to just get out, but poor Chuan. So that's something, but still 17k gold lead.
Brian,
deficit, I should say.
Brian has done his job. He's like blinked in, stunned with the Stormhammer, thrown up the medallion, and then just died, which is fine. Now he's going to have a BKB. I'm not sure if he's going to die as quickly in these fights anymore.
That'll be something. You know, at a point, he's actually going to be a problem for the enemy team. So, let's see. So, Stormhammer dispels enemies. How good is that in this game? Just out of curiosity. So, it can dispel the Ember Shield. That's pretty good.
Yep.
What can it dispel from the Medusa? Mask of Madness. Is Mask of Madness dispellable? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea.
Dispellable, yes, it is. If you hold Alt over the item, it says dispellable.
Oh, cool, cool. Let's see. Can the Spirit buff be dispelled? In any case, there's actually good stuff to dispel in this game, just because. Anyway, this what's his face? This guy right here, this big blue guy, Sven. He's actually going to become a carry at a certain point because he does have treads. He's gonna have BKB. He has a blink. Probably gonna go for a solar crest. So at a point, he's actually going to be able to carry. If this goes late enough and he gets enough gold, he can carry.
I mean, it's got to go very late though, to be fair.
It does. It does. He's kind of been useless aside from just going in stunning, and then he's just ulting the farm now. I like it though.
I don't blame him.
I mean, it's not like his ult is doing a lot of damage in these fights. He's just starting the fight, which is what needs to be done when you have a Phoenix and a Winter Wyvern. You want the fight to. You literally just want anybody to go in and die and start the fight. So they group up and you get a huge egg. And that's been what's happening. So like you said, yeah, he's doing his job for sure.
All right, well, 41 minutes into the game, 18k lead. The Slark is huge. Fervian is kind of slowed down in terms of catching up to the Slark, but...
March has a Refresher Orb and level 25. So it takes 16 attacks. 16 to kill that egg.
Yeah, but it's still doable is the crazy thing. If they don't get Deafening Blasted or 22 EMP, they could certainly kill it. I mean, it's going to be hard, don't get me wrong.
That's a lot of hits.
It's doable.
A lot of hits. 4.25 seconds stun duration, too, through BKB. He's been doing a good job saving people with that ultimate, too.
Remember that it's multiplied because of the Refresher Orb. He has 2 of them now.
True that. True that. Wait, okay, so 4.25 seconds stun. It takes 6 seconds to go. Imagine if you could chain it. That'd be insane. I mean, actually, you probably can. If you just immediately ult one after the other. How are they going to get off 16 hits in...
It'll be 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Like, there's no way.
Yeah,
right?
You're right.
1.75 seconds.
I guess we'll just have to wait.
Hits.
This could also just...
You have, like...
He could just, like, get silenced or something. Well, they don't have a silence, but he could, like, hex or something and then just die.
Yeah, that is true. He's going for an Octarine. I like that.
They have Blink Online now, so they actually can catch him.
Yeah, but he's got to catch, like, the Slark, too, and even if they hex the Phoenix, there's still going to be the Winter's Curse to come out to save him, to, like, counter-initiate. That's the issue when you're dealing with, like, 2 great counter-initiators. And they're 2 like bird heroes too, so they're obviously gonna save each other's back, because there's like the Firebird and then there's like the Frostbird. So obviously they're gonna be tight. Jack, look at them, they're chilling together.
Look at this scan though.
Right on top of them.
Yep, they're gonna go in with the Slark. There is detection. They're gonna see it. FPC and Slark get their BKBs off. Stormhammer force away onto Yoakum so he can survive. FBZ needs to be careful as BKB is about to run out, and it does. Tornado EMP. Fervian loses some mana, but not all. Fervian will pop his BKB. Brian's still chasing after the Tidehunter, who's trying to find a Ravage, potentially. Egg does nothing, but it will maybe find the Yoakum out of this. Stomp comes in. They do get the kill on the Sven. Blink Ravage is there.
Nice
on to 4.
Ravage.
Nicely done.
Oh, my God.
They might need to refresh here. They still have it for Phoenix. Earth Spike onto 2. The Winter's Curse! But the Deafening Blast came out. They were fresh. They're going to drop the Supernova in a second. They have the Sun Ray along with... Oh, the Stomp comes out. Phoenix is going to take a lot of damage here. He needs to be careful. They'll drop the Supernova. Fervian and Yoakum coming in, but they hex up Yoakum. They have to just run. Yoakum's going to die back, it looks like. Yep.
Oh, no, that's 93 seconds.
And now Faded's still chasing after Fervian, who has no Force Staff. Sunstrike trying to get vision. He is very fast with Phase Boots and Flutter. but FaZe and Flutter are now gone. They get Kez Cute instead of Fervian. Fervian's going to try to TP, and the Tornado Snipe is there. What a snipe. Bok indeed. And even though they missed kind of their ultimates between March and the rest of the crew, they're still going to win this fight, and a very big one at that.
Well, the first egg was to save the Invoker, but I'm just not sure that he needed to be saved in that scenario. But I guess March is like very good at playing this hero from a perspective of using that Aghanim's ultimate to save people. Like, he's clearly focusing a lot on that, and I mean, it's been working. So kudos to him. That's gonna be 2 free racks for the most part.
It's not the game, but yeah, it should be the racks and Roche. I don't think they'll go for megas. They can. Triple Remnant? Really?
He blinked out.
Remnants are gone.
Did he go for the Remnant restore time?
Yeah, he did.
So those come back very, very quickly. Yeah, they do go for the full megas because they realized that there would be a buyback by now. The Medusa purchased a butterfly as that fight was happening, which is quite ballsy. So it's no buyback. I don't know if he had it or he didn't have it, but
I'm gonna go Roche.
Purchasing that butterfly shows them you probably don't have buyback. Medusa's got a rapier in the quick buy now.
She needs
484 gold.
She's not gonna get there anytime soon, but she desperately needs some more damage in these fights.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Is that enough though? I think it's like, it's weird to say this, but like, I kind of feel like the problem is the Phoenix, and he doesn't take raw damage, so you know. And then Slark, kind of difficult to hit. That's a lot of armor. I feel like the Rapier does a lot less in this game than it would normally do, just given the heroes that they're against. So it's a very, very hard game to win with Megas.
Yeah.
A lot of the time with Medusa, like, you can always win with Megas. Although I guess one saving grace that they have is they have the Elder Titan Natural Order to tear through the Slark armor. So no matter how many stacks he gets, he has 54 armor right now, which is 73% physical resist. But the Elder Titan takes that completely away. Literally all of Slark's armor is going to be reduced to 0 from that Elder Titan.
Yeah, but Fervin still doesn't hit hard enough until, like, once she gets Rapier, then things are going to be fine. Like, but Ember Spirit doesn't really do physical damage, so it's down to Fervian, but he can't man-fight the Slark.
Yeah, no, it's not with these items. No, not with these items for sure.
They're going to probably take one more fight and try to win this game, I would assume. And
what does March go for next? BKB. Goes for BKB. Okay.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah, makes sense.
BKB refresh too.
Yeah, there's a lot he can do in a fight with the BKB, with the spirits and Sunray.
They tried going for Ember, but he blinked away in time. Juan misses a stomp narrowly. I don't know if they want to keep going here. Ryan is in looking for a target, but he has to Warcry out. Light will stop his blink. Tornado EMP onto Fervian, but he'll get forced away almost certainly. Actually, maybe not. He's out of mana. And he does have Hurricane, but he's going to have to head back to Well. I don't think he can man-fight otherwise. Yoakum is getting chewed up by Faded. Good TP, though. Now Faded sitting at 39 stacks. He's about to get to 40 and up to 50 more than likely. Faded still has Cheese. They take down the Tide. He does have Buyback and Ravage. He's going to maybe go for it here in a moment. There it is. Ravage onto 4. They get 2 kills, including the Slark. That's Aegis down as well, and they can't get the Supernova off. What a fight for them. My God. They turned it around immediately. And now the Invoker is well on his own right now. And, wow.
Away.
That was a godlike Ravage. If there was a way to keep this game even, it's that. They did lose a tier 4 tower, but great Ravage coming in from that Tide Hunter.
Oh, yeah. He's been hitting them all game. This guy's playing like a god. Medusa's actually close to the Rapier now. Look at that. 4,200 gold.
Oh, my God.
So he's actually going to get the Rapier relatively soon, despite having 0 gold just 2 minutes ago.
That's insane.
Because of that fight, they have the Rapier. If only he could have gotten that Deafening Blast off when the Ravage was... He has no BKB, so...
Well...
It's so hard.
I mean, BKBing that anyway would have been tricky. He blinked into everybody.
That is true.
There've been very good Ravages this game.
Tide did buy back though, so that is like a that's kind of why that. It's interesting that you can do that with buybacks now though. Like a lot of high skilled players, and well, I should say competitive players, because in pubs it's pretty hard to like orchestrate something like this. But a lot of competitive players on their teams and stuff, like they're planning literally like, okay, I'll buy back now. You guys go in and do this. Like they literally will intentionally die to give the enemy team that feeling of security. Buy back. We've seen it like 2 or 3 times in this game. Like once at that top fight, and then here with this Ravage, he goes in, dies. They feel safe. They group up. He buys back Ravage. They kill 5 or 4. Technically 5 because the Invoker had Aegis, but they kill 4. So, it's just interesting to see players using that. Just the fact that buyback is like available all the time for most heroes, other than maybe the super high net worth heroes.
It's pretty insane. And
risky, but it's cool. It's cool to see.
That was their Aegis. That was not cheese. I think they still have it. Yeah, but
Medusa is very close to her rapier.
She would want to save her buyback, I would assume.
Nah, fuck it.
I mean,
so.
I would like to see her not save her buyback, but I think she desperately needs it. Although she has the courier. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. She's actually gonna buy Relic. Yep, she bought the full thing. What a baller.
Oh man, if only they killed that courier with Slark. Medusa would be so mad.
Close. They just sent the Fort Spirit over there. They were invis too, both of them. They were waiting for it, and they were right, and they were just a minute too late.
So now shit gets real with this Elder Titan Medusa combo. Like that's
your
Orb
Ember Spirit, double Hex, double BKB.
Did he get the cooldown reduction? Oh wait, there's no cooldown reduction anymore. Whoops.
Whoopsie-daisy.
He's still a powerful boy. Double BKB, double Hex. It'd be cool if it refreshes Fire Remnant charges. I don't think it does though, but
yeah,
it's such. I mean, Refresher is just such a good pickup when you have Hex and BKB. Double BKB, double Hex is insane.
Hard to pass up.
Now they just wait. They literally just wait. Yeah, snore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I've been yawning
that's
so
how she
much.
goes, though. Yeah, that's how she goes, man. When it's early in the morning. Casting some SEA Dota. What time is it for these guys?
Like 8, 9, 10 p.m. I think.
Oh, that's a good time. That's a solid time. That's like one of my that's probably my favorite time. 8, 9, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
It's a great window.
Sorry, I'm hanging on by a thread here.
We'll turn this tide to our advantage.
It's a thick thread, though. I believe.
Not so sure.
Seems like Boom ID is hanging on by a thread too there, Mott.
Yeah, all it takes is one last fight and the game ends. They only have Yoken buyback.
Yep. Look out. Medusa's gonna rapier you. Look out! Don't get rapiered.
Gushed.
That was sick. Oh, what a gush.
He almost got slighted for his steering chains, but he messed with the combo. He missed it.
Well, dude, it doesn't matter because that gush was fucking amazing. Like, I've never seen somebody pull off something like that.
Godlike gush.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, we're gonna have to wait for another fucking 5 minutes before they push this game. God damn it.
There's a DD bot. Let's see, Slark, you gonna man up? Is Slark gonna man up and farm Ancients with that DD? Let's see, does he do it? Oh, he looks okay. He's just gonna farm Ancients without the DD.
Gonna grab it once it's done.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Slark is slowed down.
He could buy a bottle. He's got 7,600 gold.
Nah, he's too lazy for that.
That guy
Alright,
could
I'm
buy
wrong.
Canada.
I'm wrong. Oh, he bought a moonshot. I'm right.
Okay. Is he gonna pick up the DD? No, he's gonna leave it.
Why?
He's gonna leave it. Maybe for Roche. What's Roche? Roche may respawn in 50 seconds. Okay.
Nor indeed, man.
Let's see. March farming up his own jungle. I mean, the thing is, this is the safe play. This actually is the safe play. Haven't we had a couple of games like this, Mont? Remember the game where people were sitting in the fountain?
Yep.
You remember that?
Spectre game?
Yeah, Spectre. Oh my god, did they end up winning?
No, they lost that game.
That seems like a game-losing tactic.
The other team did it too, but
both teams did it. Yeah. At least Geek Fam is not afraid to roam the map. They know the Medusa's got to be stuck in that base on creep defense duty, and she's the only threat really. I guess Ember is kind of a threat, but nah, without the and a pause.
Oh my god.
To make the
I'm not gonna make it through next game, man. I'm not even kidding.
You don't think so?
No.
You want me to solo cast?
Maybe. I just, if this was 1BO3, I'd be fine. But the double, after coming back from the Europe qualifiers, my sleep schedule is so screwed. My stomach is so effed up.
You're living life, man. You're living life.
Life is rough.
It is rough, man. You know, there's something to it. There's something to life. That's what I always think. Is there's got to be something to it. There's always, you know, there's something you can. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about.
That's okay. That's all right. Wow. Okay, I have just realized there is a major problem that needs to be fixed ASAP, and they're right about that.
What's that?
I can't say on stream in case someone's gonna abuse it. I'll tell you in Discord. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I like secrets. You know, I got kicked off of a team for keeping secrets because my captain had some family issues and he wasn't comfortable telling everybody, and he wanted to leave, and everybody was upset with him for wanting to leave the team house. And he told me not to tell anybody, and then I didn't, and then everybody started hating me because they were like, "You should tell us. You should tell your teammates things." I was like, "Dude, what's the point of giving my word if I'm not going to keep it?" You know. And then
Yeah, I need to restart the stream. Sorry, guys. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, actually.